What's up, guys? It is Magi, and welcome back for another Junior Star League Semifinals. Once again, it will be another ZVZ. And in the top left-hand corner, a name that I hope I get pronounced right. It is Kwarthys? Or is it Kwarthys? I'm not quite sure. First time actually seeing that name. And in the bottom right-hand corner, a Catalyst LE, the green Zerg pieces from Lost in Translation. It is Benaiah. Now, Benaiah I've seen play a few times. But I never know quite what to expect out of him. Sometimes I see solid macro games. Sometimes I see him play, some cheeky strats. It does look like he is doing that just now, going pool first. His opponent also going gas pool. Both of them playing a kind of a cheeky strat or a cheeky opener so far. Neither looking like they want to expand right away. Alright, Lings starting up here, 6 Lings on the way. Now, the spawning pool for Benaiah was a little bit quicker, so he will be able to get these Lings out a little bit sooner. However, by the time they get across the map, Kwarthys up here in the corner should have some Lings of his own out. 6 Lings on the way. We do have a hatchery follow up here for Benaiah, so these Lings are more or less poke-ins. I'm here. I'm here to play this game. Now, don't send him up the middle, please. Away from the Overlord. The Overlord, I think, actually end up seeing. Yeah, he will end up seeing the Lings of Benaiah move across the map here. One thing is EVZ, if you try to hide your Lings moving across the map, it does make it a little bit more interesting on your opponent, whether or not he should move out. A little bit more of a hassle. Now, what makes this really intriguing is the fact that he's moving out on a hatchery on the way. So this is more of a scout to see if he can get in and do anything with these 6 Lings. But the fact his opponent went into a gas pool right away. Now a Baneling Nest with no follow-up behind it on the hatchery. This is basically a 1-base all-in here. Question is, will it be enough for Kwarthys, or is he going to get stumped here with the defense of Benaiah? Now we do have Queen up on the high ground, focusing down that Overlord. The Overlord is taking a little bit of damage. He's already not on the Queens. He's actually microing away. But I does pick up a pretty good trade there. Second Queen not out just yet. It just now starts up. I would love to, okay. Second Queen is actually on the way in the main base. So I would love to see him just, put these Queens on the ramp and lock it down. Do not let these Lings in at all. But here we go. The Lings are going to jump back in here once again. The Queen doing some work here. More Lings on the way for Benaiah to help defend. Is it going to be enough? 2 Lings left on the map. 1. Nope, there are no more Lings on the map right now for Benaiah. They are all in production. Spinecrawler is on the way out as well, but there are a couple of Banelings coming up that ramp. We will be able to get in here and pick off of one of them, but will it be enough to pick off the second? It will not, so he will be able to batter and bruise quite a few of those drones there in the main base. Benaiah is now, he is holding it back. He's actually focusing down his little hatchery there. Whew. And now he's going to go ahead and knock down this Overlord across the map. Now there are 2 Queens and some Lings, out here to defend this natural base. I do believe Benaiah should be pretty well off, which is going to put Kwarthys over here on the top left, in a bit of a bind. He has to find the damage. It's Benaiah here to, trace out the huge connection coming down with his Banelings there. That might have done it right then and there. He's going to save the last Baneling. The Queen's going to go ahead and throw down that Transfuse. Trying to focus someone down that has energy, which... Oh, will he get in? Will he get up the ramp? Or the Queen stays strong? 1 Queen goes down. The second Queen is going down. Spinecrawler will go ahead and clean up that last Baneling. Was it enough? Spinecrawler does finish up in the natural base. No, but I would not move that, man. I would leave that up there. There you go. Just leave that right where it's at. That is going to be your lifeline right now. You got to get some Lings out here to defend. You're going to have to give up your hatchery, which you will do. Things do finish up here. Now, this does equal out the base count, but was that enough? That is a question. Kwarthys is reinforcing once again. More Banelings morphing in. These Lings on the low ground going to get canceled out before they can even finish, and that will be it, guys. There's no way that Benaiah will be able to hold on. The Spinecrawler falls. The last of the Lings end up falling. Oh, 1 base of Baneling aggression. He will get in here. These drones are now going to be coming on the fire. GG is going to get called out as the Queen falls. And Kwarthys will take game over in this best of 3 series. without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into game number 2. The cheeky plays coming out in both game 1s of each series here. Off one base. See what game number 2 here has in store for us. This lovely, lovely ZVZ. Spawning into the bottom left-hand corner, a lost and found LE. The red Zerg pieces. Once again, he is a super cheeky player. Yeah, game number 1. This Kwarthys. Kwarthys. I just don't know what to call this man. I don't know what to call this man. Again, if I ever mispronounce your name, guys, I apologize. And in the top right-hand corner, we have the green Zerg pieces. They're lost in translation. It is Benaiah pulling off the cheeky extractor trick. Trying to squeeze out that one more drone there, get it started before the Overlord finishes up. Overlords are going to go ahead and be sent out across the map here. Going to find out exactly what their opponents are up to. Now, the fact Kwarthys got that game 1 off of, a super aggressive play is always a bit like a flag right there. It says, hey, he just cheesed me. Will he do something similar again in game number 2? Or is, as he has done here, gone ahead and thrown out the hatchery. Both players looking like they want to play that macro game a little. We got 17 hatch, 17 full mirrored openings on both sides of the map. Yeah, ZVZ is a matchup that's actually incredibly fun to watch. In some cases, incredibly fun to play. It's really stressful though. Like, any mirror match is really stressful, but in terms of ranking, I do believe it was ZVZ is rated the highest, like, most stressful mirror match, or most difficult, simply because of the micro factor. Like, in the early games, like the whole Ling Bane, being able to get your dancing shoes on there, so to speak. And Benaiah is going to go ahead and have his hatchery and spawning pool finish up here. With this not far behind as well. Queen's on the production tab. The first few lings are on the way. So Benaiah is going to go ahead and open up with 2. These are mostly for scouting, as we we do have. That is a lot of lings on the production tab so far, guys. That's 8 lings about to pop out here. I just wants to go ahead across the map and scalp, and meanwhile his opponent is showing that he wants to be a little bit more aggressive, maybe use these for defense. Catch these 2 lings coming across the map. We're trying to hide him back behind his hatchery right now, so that when these scouting lings do get in here for Benaiah, he won't see them right away, so hopefully he can sneak these lings in and see what's going on in the main base of his opponent. Yeah, this goes down here. There are 4 lings shown at front. Here we go. Siblings are going to go ahead and pounce. 1 ling will get cleaned up right away. Pieces up. Got a lot of lings there, buddy. I'm just gonna pretty quick layer. So okay, we're gonna have +1 and roach speed finishing up here. You have +1 missile attack done before this layer is, or the layer is actually done. Should be started at least. Which means you can fire at roach speed about the same time. That layer finishes up and have your +1 attack and have your roach speed finish up about the same time. Benaiah is showing that he wants to be, super aggressive here with a roach push. I imagine 1-1 to be in that push. Or at least +1 attack or +1 armor. But keep in mind, any upgrades you get in a Ling Roach battle, as I say that, we do have a Roach War and, about to finish up here for Kwarthys on the other side of the map as well. To say any roaches that you do have upgraded, the lings will lose their effectiveness. The spy crawler actually getting shut down there. He couldn't root right away because the lings did end up blocking that. Ling did get into the main base here. We'll get a full scout off. You didn't really see much in the main, but all the tech is actually just sitting at the front door here of Benaiah. So the tech is revealed. The tech is there. That little bit of a skirmish was actually told him Kwarthys exactly what his opponent is up to. You're going to go ahead and move into the roach phase of this game. What's interesting though is that we do have that 3rd base on the way for Kwarthys, but Benaiah looks like he wants to go in. A burrow on the way. I love this idea to pick up burrow. It will allow his roaches a little bit more of a leeway to, you know, stay up and stay alive, so to speak, and heal up. I'm kind of expecting a tunneling claw behind this. That would be amazing to see a tunneling claw come out of these roaches, but we do have a third base on the way here for Benaiah. It's a little bit later, which means that does put a lot of factor on whether or not that third base can get up and running, or will Kwarthys be able to come across the map. Kwarthys, however you want to pronounce the name. Come across the map and be able to knock that down right away. Now, both players are going for that +1 missile attack here. So the armor advantage will not really be a factor. It'll be more or less just who has a greater number of roaches again. Maybe a few extra lings in the mix. But I will go ahead and pick off that overlord there. Kind of supplies. Supply caps actually Kwarthys quite a bit here. Who's it's moving out on the map. It's actually a really interesting. Oh, this could actually be pretty bad, you know, because if he doesn't get the overlords out, and he gets in here and finds a pretty decent engagement, this could actually be a really big problem, so to speak. Because, you know, if you don't, okay, overlords are out. I was gonna say, because if you can't build the army to defend, you're gonna be in a heap of trouble here. Now, there's no tunneling claws on the way, but we do have +2 attack. Now, a key factor that could be a big difference in the fights coming up are these Ravagers. You know, that Corrosive Bile does force a little bit more micro out of his opponent, and he is trying to get up here and clean up some of these Ravagers. One Ravager will get cleaned up. The second Ravager gets picked off as well. The last one will skid on, like, you know, be able to skip on out of there and stay alive. But Benaiah is finding a lot of value here. And the best part is he can just burrow these roaches and heal them right back up and be able to, you know, micro that out that way. Off the last roaches, he's getting a very decent surround here, getting on top of his opponent's roaches. Last Ravager does get picked off. He's gonna have to back one out of there because he does. Defender's advantage is still a thing here. That wasn't a really terrible engagement at all. You know, he picked off some key gas units there, being those Ravagers being knocked out, which means there aren't any on the map. Means no Corrosive Bile to have to worry about. He did pick off a couple drones as a queen, so you know, all in all, not the most terrible push. Especially when your opponent is, you know, on a defender's advantage. It'd be nice to see him pick up the Spine Crawler, which he will do now. There we go. Spine down, morphing some Ravagers in right here. You know, there are a lot of roaches back home to defend. You know what, even more could just pop out here to help defend. Even, you know, any roaches that do get forced out aren't drones right now, so it's actually a really key thing, but 12 drones are following up behind us. So, you know, Kwarthys seems like he's in a really good position. He feels comfortable, able to defend right now. Meanwhile, Benaiah is going to have to go back home. Get caught up in that drone count. He is down 10 drones right now. The army is actually dead even. Benaiah's also supply capped, so he does need to get a few more overlords out here. Hydra Den is on the way for both sides. Benaiah will be able to enjoy that Hydra attack a little bit sooner. As we do reach kind of an impasse in the game. Once again, we do have +1 armor on the way. +2 missile attack and +1 armor also on the way here for Kwarthys, so upgrades will equal out eventually, as these upgrades will finish up. Lurker Den also on the way now for Benaiah. So we're moving into that Hydra Lurker composition. Now, last time we saw something like this go down, it was a Nidus Worm. The last series that we did cast here to semis. Which Average Dude did beat that out by going into some Ling Muta play. He had a few roaches of his own, but now we do have the Lurkers this time around. 7 Hydras on a production tab, and you know what? Kwarthys still has yet to actually start. The Lurker didn't. He's actually getting a 4th base up. Benaiah is as well. You know, we're staying equal throughout the game, basically. The only major difference right now is, you know, the drone count. Overseer getting picked off there. You have a bit of a Ling run by. Look, some aggression coming out here from Kwarthys, just trying to poke in and be annoying, and, you know, just find a little bit of damage, maybe 1 or 2 drone kills. Corrosive Bile landing on top of the Overlord here. Not going to clean it up just yet. Eye on these links to see exactly what is going to get done. They are set up to go into the 3rd base. He's just waiting. You know, he's just waiting. They're going to force the fight on the opposite side of the map. Well, this is really well set up. So Kwarthys is going to send these lings into the third of Benaiah. You know, and try and find as many drones as he can. And also force the fight over here at the fourth. He is moving out. There are no lurkers in the mix just yet here for Benaiah, so he does not have that tech. There are hydras, however, here for Kwarthys. Those glass cannons will be able to get in here and start doing a lot of damage real quick. But again, now, Benaiah is ahead in army supply, and he does have defender's advantage on his side of the map right now. But what it's going to come down to is who can out-micro who, you know, with these Ravagers and Corrosive Bile landing on top. Meanwhile, the run by into the third base over here, already picking up 3, 4 drones, 6, 7 drones going down into the third. This is huge economic damage going down into third base. He's even going to get to fourth base. And Kwarthys is putting on the clinic right now on 2 fronts. He will lose a Roach army here. But the damage has been dealt. Benaiah's been knocked back down to 45 workers, 45 drones, and has lost his fourth base. He needs to respawn. He has to counterattack here. He has to get across the map and try to find some damage on the other side of the map now. Lurkers finally do joining in, but now these lings still in a prime position to jump back in there once again. Waiting for some lurkers to join in. Are there any lurkers actually in the mix here? I thought there was one. Okay, no, here it is. Okay. Looks like he's gonna roof. What is he doing? I'm quite sure some of these these hydras are getting warped into the lurkers as another run by happens. If 5 more drones will get cleaned up, even some extractors here. You know, any damage dealt on the other side of the map while Benaiah's like busy on the other side trying to get into his opponent's base and, you know, deal that economic damage back. Is pretty much permanent at this point in the game. If you're rebuilding drones at this point in the game, you are not a happy Zerg. The lurkers do jump in here. He needs to go ahead and move these up a little bit more so they are be able to fight. But good enough. There you go. Beautiful. This might actually be the engagement he needs. More roaches are joining in. He does have the army supply advantage. Did the Legends get picked up? Okay, no, the lurkers are finally joining in to fight, but the Overseer here will allow them to get picked up. Beautiful control fire, you know, to target them down. And that's a lot of the DPS is just gone here. It's just Hydras against Roaches. But GG is going to get called out. Wow, what a game that was, guys. That was absolutely huge. The damage, the multi-prong that came out there. Basically just sealing the deal. And giving Kwarthys his 2-0 win here in the semis. It will be Average Dude versus Kwarthys in the finals. This is Magi once again signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. You guys enjoyed the match. It was a really great match overall. But once again, guys, I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.